All right. Hopefully we don't have any more interruptions like that. All right. So we're on this cooling breath and I'm feeling a little chilly. Let's do it a few more times. Breathe in through your tongue, either or close the lips, exhale out through the nose. And this is very helpful. And I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling chilled. One more time. Breathe in, close the lips, exhale out through the nose. You can do that like 10 times. Of course, you were doing that while I lost power, right? Yep, you were. All right, let's circle around on the hips, get ourselves moving and grooving. And then take it the other way. And as you circle, feel how the weight changes in your feet and in your hips. And let's move back to a neutral place. Feel equal sitting bones, right and left. Take your arms out to the side. Cross your right over your left and give yourself a big hug. Open it up wide, fingers spreading. And exhale, left arm over right. Big, big hug. Open it up. Awesome. Lift the arms skyward, one or both. Exhale, pull the elbows down. And inhale, lift them. Press your palms into an imaginary counter. Reach the fingers forward so you feel like your shoulder blades are off your back. And then pull the arm bones back. Inhale, open up your arms into a V. Curl your fingers in. Spread your thumbs. Take your arms to about T position wide and interlace one thumb over the other. Pull the thumbs apart, spread your fingers. That's it. So feel your strength. Bend your elbows as you bring your thumbs in towards you. Inhale, spread them open and widen. That's it. Come back forward, take the other thumb on top, pull apart. So we're pulling thumb against thumb, press them into each other, bend the elbows, bring them in towards you, spread out back in front of you, open it wide. Good. Turn your palms so they're facing forward. Clap your hands. Good. Open it up. Clap your hands. Open it up. That's it. One more. Clap it. Interlace, ring, pinky and middle fingers, pointer fingers are out. Let's take a twist now towards our right. Move the arms towards the right. It's not going to go all the way. Then bring your palms in towards each other on now the interlaced fingers are pressing finger into finger. So the interlaced fingers are gone. Elbows are out to the side. Then interlace, pinky ring middle, pointer finger out, twist the other way. Like that. Now, release the interlacing, press the palms in like prayer. You've got it. Let's do that a few times. Reach forward, interlace. Make your twist towards the right. Bring the palms together, pressing palms together, elbows out to the side. One more time, other way. Interlacing, pointer. This is Charlie's Angel Mudra, by the way. Pointer fingers up and interlacing, ring, middle, and pinky. Take it out to the side, towards the left. Bring the palms in and come back to center. Drop your left arm down outside your right thigh. Find your twist. Gaze and head move last. Breathe in and breathe out. And breath is in and breath is out. Let's twist the other way. Right hand outside left thigh, left hand behind the chair. Breath is in, spine is long, head turns last. You can use your hand behind the chair to give you a little bit of leverage. Breathe in and breathe out, and inhale, come to center. Circle your shoulders around and about. So up, back, down, and around. Up, back, down, and around, and reverse it. And circle it. And let's find our first pose of warrior two. So right knee is out, left knee is either forward or out to the side. And we're just starting, so you can take the foot a little bit forward if taking it out to the side is too much. And if your knee is saying, bring it on in, this is where you bring it. Now let's take our arms into a T. Soften the shoulders, relax the shoulders down, gaze over your front fingertips. Then we're going to flow this. Bring the forearm to the thigh, circle the left arm around and about. That's it. And then reach it over your ear. Make sure that bottom shoulder is back and take your first stretch. But let's bend the elbow back and then reach it forward or towards your right. Pull it back and lengthen. And pull it back and lengthen. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise up. Take your back hand. So that's your left hand to the side of the chair. Right arm reaches high. Now you're finding a little back bend. And you might take your fingertips to the top of your head or the back of your head just for a little support. Then inhale, come back to a neutral warrior two. So your legs are either like this or like this. Let's flow it. Forearm to thigh. Arm is over ear. Open it up wide and find a back bend. We are flowing through nice warm water. Just nice and smooth, liquidy, flowy movements. Breathe it in. And breathe out. And soften the shoulders. Release your hands down and slowly walk your feet back towards each other. Circle around on your hips. And reverse it. I always like to do this in between these, just in case something feels funky. It helps get
that's his microphone.
Get it out. Then we're going to take somebody needs to be muted, I think. Take your left knee out to the side. Right knee is forward, or open it up. And move yourself on the chair so you're comfortable. Take your time. You don't want it to feel odd or like the chair is cutting you, because that's no fun. No fun. Not pleasant. Yoga should be pleasant. You might not view it as fun, but you might view it as enjoyable. All a matter of words. Let's open up our arms into T. Soften the shoulders. Turn the palms upright. Notice how that feels different. Pull your ribs back. Almost everybody can pull their ribs back. Pull the ribs back, feel the belly tone. Bring the forearm to the thigh and circle the right arm a few times. You can go fast. You can go slow. I tend to be a slow one like the turtle. You can reverse it. And then bend your elbow, pull the elbow back, and then reach it overhead. And pull it back, and we lengthen. One more pull back, lengthen, breathe in, breathe out, anchor the hip down. Anchor the hip down. Feel this nice lengthening through the right side of the body. Bring your awareness to your feet and push them down. Let's lift up, and find the back bend. So your hand could go to the back of the leg or the back or the side of the chair, lifting left arm skyward and maybe overhead. Maybe fingertips touching head, just for a little bit of support. We're breathing in and we're breathing out. Let's flow it. Let's flow it side to side. Notice how the weight changes in your feet as you move towards the left and as you move towards the right. Forward and back. Warrior two. We've got our static warrior two, just for a breath. Breathe in, breathe out, release, and slowly walk your feet back towards each other. Circle around for a moment or two. Now, if you have a ball, then take it near you. If you don't worry, because I didn't say to get one. Or you could use a block for this. I'm going to show it both ways because this is a really nice one. I just kind of focused on. You know, I follow that podiatrist, and it's very strengthening. I'm going to show it standing too, but you could use a block or a ball or neither, and imagine that they're in between. So the first thing we're going to do is short foot. So inhale and lift your toes and spread them, and then exhale and place them down and push the toe pads down. Really, that big toe padding is important. And then inhale, lift up. And exhale, press down. And you know, one foot could be very different than the other one. And then you can go ahead and release that, let that go. But notice as you do this, how muscles activate. Now, we're going to push down through our toe pads and inhale, lift your heels about a third of the way. Stop. Push your toe pads down again, and then lift. I'm going to come a little bit more towards the edge of the chair. Lift your heels a little bit more. And let's exhale and slowly lower them down. We're going to do that again, and we're going to either put the block or the ball in between our feet. So, or a book. You could use a book too. So inhale, toes lift. Exhale, we place them down. Inhale, heels lift, and we're hugging the block or the ball. They're not lifting all the way. They're lifting about a third of the way. And push your toes down again and lift your heels again. Then pull your ankles towards each other. Isometric, like you're going to squeeze the block or the ball. Notice what muscles are activating. Notice what you feel. There's good strength building here. And now we're going to exhale and slowly lower that down. Give it a little break. Maybe wiggle your toes or tap them down. And we'll do it one more time. I'm going to show it with the ball so you can see it. This is something you can certainly practice in or out of this class. The idea is we're going to hug the ball with our ankles this time. The block, the whole foot was pushing, but we still emphasize the heels. So here we go. Inhale, toes lift and spread. Exhale, press them down. Inhale, as you hug the ball with your inside of your heels, your ankles, you're lifting about a third of the way. And then you'll notice that the toes aren't quite pushing down as much. So push the toe pads down again, and then lift your heels again and pull the heels towards each other. And then you might even feel your belly engage. And then exhale and let that go. This can be very, very strengthening for the feet and the ankles. Just a little tidbit, because you know I love to share the tidbits. Inhale, take your right knee in towards you, interlace the fingers underneath the thigh, sit tall, press the leg away from you, breathe in, breathe out, circle the ankle around and about. Little crackles and our pops. Pull the knee in, give it a hug, take your nose towards your knees, and inhale, lift the crown up. Exhale, round, nose towards knee. Inhale, lift up. Place your foot either down here or on a block or ankle over right just about here, the edge of your thigh, or here for our number 4, opening our hip inner thigh pose. We're tall. We pull the ribs back. We lift tall again. Breathe in. Breathe out, start to lean forward until you feel a stretch, long spine. Then, with your mind's eye, take your sitting bones back. You'll feel a little blossoming and you might feel a little bit more opening. Then angle your sitting bones down towards the chair. These are subtle movements. Then we might bring one arm forward and the other, or just one. Lean forward, open up your arms into a T. That's it. Bring them back forward. Pull the elbows in towards your shins and push your shin into your elbows or upper arms. Lengthen forward, open it up, pulse the arms, feel the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, pull elbows towards shin, push shin into elbows. You'll notice as you do this that you might feel the stretch a little bit more. This foot is flexed. Reach forward, open it up, pulse it. Let's push down now through the left foot, rise up. That's it. Kick the leg forward. Exhale, lower the heel down. Arms may lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Lean forward, elbows towards each other. If you start to feel strain in your collarbone area, you're probably pulling elbows back too much, but you're going to feel a little stretch there, and that's good. Let's inhale, lift up. Leg may lift, push heel away, maybe support the leg with your fingers underneath your thigh. Exhale, lower the leg. Hands to your hips. Lean forward. Maybe fly your arms out to the side. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit and tip the elbows back as the palms lift. Just a teeny bit. You'll feel your shoulder blades on your back. Push down, arms wide, lift leg, and place it down. Let's walk a little bit in place. Lifting and lowering, breathing in, and breathing out. And we will do the left leg. So interlace or just hold your fingers underneath your thigh, press your fingers in as you push the foot away from you. Try to sit tall. Notice if you go back like this as the leg comes forward. If you do, don't lift the leg so high. Let it be a little bit lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's pull the knee in. Give it a kiss. Nose towards knee. And then lengthen the leg forward. Sit tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the knee on in. Give it a hug. You can always lower your leg. If it's like, oh boy, this leg is heavy and you need a break, you take it. Lengthen it forward. Pull it on in. Let's do our number 4 on this side, our hip opener. So either foot down like that or bring it on up. Make your adjustments. We're tall, ribs are back. So when we do this, our core is engaged. We're working on our hip, but it helps everything when we're aligned. We start to lean forward, take a breath in, and a breath out. Stop when you start to feel sensation. Angle your sitting bones back. It's like a lengthening of the spine back. There'll be a little curve. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Then maybe you take one arm forward or both. That's it. Belly's pulling in, ribs are back. Take your arms out to the side. Now you feel your shoulder blades on your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe a little bit of pulsing. Take the arms forwards. Pull the elbows towards your shin. Push your shin into your upper arms. Reach forward. Open it up like you're flying. You can always skip part of this flow, by the way. If bringing the elbows in doesn't feel quite right, then you can skip that and just flow the arms forward. Pull the elbows in. reach forward, out to the side and skyward. Good. Reach forward, pull elbows in, push shin and towards upper arms. Feel that. Keep lengthening the crown forward. Reach the arms, pulse them. Let's lift up, extend the leg, and lower the heel down. Pressing the heel down, pull the toes towards you, hands are at the hips, lengthen forward. Let's push down, rise up. This foot, right foot's pushing down, left heel's pushing down. That's how we lift. We've got opposite movements, pushing down, lifting, yin and yang at the same time. Lean forward, elbows towards each other. Push down through the foot, lift the leg up, maybe give it a little help with your hands. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in, breath is out. Lower it down, lean forward, maybe flow the arms. I love this swimming motion like the breaststroke, but this helps us ease into these forward folds, lengthening the spine and the back of the legs. And let's drag the heel back in and notice how your body feels now. I know everybody's loving stretching this time of year, but I do, people love stretching anyway, right? They're always asking me for that. We'll build a little core and then we'll do some stretching standing or seated, right? So here we go. Let's add in a little stretch before we do our core building. So heels are down, toes are towards us. Hug your outer hips towards each other. Let's circle the ankles around and about. And then alternate pointing one and flexing one of your feet. So just alternate it, point and flex. This is a nice stretch. Feel the stretch. As you point the foot, the top of the leg lengthens. As you flex the foot, the back of the leg lengthens. And come back to neutral. Drag your heels back underneath your knees. Holding onto the chair, lean back, maybe lifting one leg. Exhale, lower it down. And other side. It's a rocking motion, leaning back, pulling ribs back, holding onto the side of the chair, and come back to neutral. And again, maybe this time opposite arm lifts, maybe both arms lift. Breathe in, breathe out. If you get a pinching here, you can lift your knee in closer to you if that's available, and then bring it back down. We don't want a pinching, but we do want to strengthen our hip flexors. Let's do the other side. Lift the leg, maybe opposite arm lifts, maybe both arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Back of the neck is long, so it's not forward like that. And it's like you feel this lengthening through your spine, belly's pulling in, and release, let it go. Let's try just for the fun of it. Both legs lifting doesn't mean they're going to lift. It means you're going to visualize them lifting. Maybe they lift, maybe they don't. You press your feet towards each other, your thighs towards each other. Maybe the legs lift. Exhale, release, let that go. It's not easy. It is not easy, but kind of fun to try something that may or may not be accessible. Let's do it again. Come up onto your tippy toes. Maybe one arm is forward. Maybe the other, maybe both. And you just might visualize lifting. You might have your hands at the side of the chair or on your thighs. Lift for a moment and place it down. All right, time for some standing. To do standing, we'll rock forward and back to lift off. Lift off. And here we go. Press down, rise up. And you can turn and face the chair and place it so that you can do a wall dog. Hands are on the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. If you're super tall, you might want the hands on the back of the chair. but you can experiment both ways. I'm putting my hands on the seat and we're gonna walk it back. Now imagine that that ball or block, you don't have to put it there, I'll just show you what I mean, is in between your feet. And you're bending your knees and you're hugging your ankles, your inner heels in towards the block, and then straighten. And just feel how the muscles activate and change as you do that. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to remove the block and place it under the chair for now so that it's safe. And then walk yourself back in. And find yourself into mountain pose. Push your feet down into the earth. Lift tall through the spine. Exhale, hands to the seat of the chair. Walk it back. One more time, bending the knees. This time, you might release one hand and let it go and just be kind of floppy so that you're releasing any holding in the arm and the shoulder area. Just let it go. Let it be floppy like a rag doll. You can bend and straighten your knees as you allow the arm to just let go. Pushing toe pads down, but a releasing arm. Release the head and the jaw. As I talk, I have my head up, realizing you can release your head down. Then we're going to place the hand back on the chair and do the other side. If you need a break between sides, take it. So now the left hand's pushing into the chair. The right hand releases, let it go. Release the head and the jaw. So this is a good way to practice releasing the body, releasing muscle activation. And at the same time, there'll be some lengthening that happens. Breathe in and breathe out. And then place your hand back on the chair and let's walk it up. And we're going to practice some heel lifts with that ball or block exercise. I'm going to turn like this. Make sure that your ball or block is in a place where you're not going to trip on it. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So you can use the block in between your legs, or if you have a ball. And it would hug like this, hugging inner ankles towards it. So we start, we're standing, lift your toes and spread them. Notice hands are on chair. And then exhale, lower toes down. We're going to hug the block or the ball and lift about a third of the way up. Then push your toes down more, lift your heels up, hug your ankles in. You're going to feel some toning in your glutes and maybe your pelvic floor and your belly. Breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly lower down. Now, if you don't have the block or the ball, practice some heel lifts going up and down. Let's try that again. Lift toes and spread them. Notice I'm not looking at them. Doesn't really matter what they're doing. I'm telling them to lift and spread. Exhale, push the toe pads down. Hug the inner ankle and heels into the ball. Feel the muscles activate on your legs. Press your inner ankles into the block or the ball, lift about a third of the way up. So this is muscular action. Push your toe pads down, heels lift a little higher, hug inner ankles towards the block. Breathe in, breathe out, ankles lifting, toe pads spreading down, pressing down, and then exhale, release, let it go. Remove the block or the ball, get it out of your way so there's no tripping or anything on it. And let's find another wall dog. We're going to play with the leg extension back. So first we find our wall dog. Feet are about parallel, hip distance apart. Bend knees, press sitting bones back, strengthen and lengthen. Then transfer your weight now to the left leg. Take your right toes back. Keep your spine long. So push your palms down into the side of the chair. Lift your arm bones. We've got a strong left hip and bending the left knee. And you're going to feel weight in your left knee. Do you need to lift the back leg? Not necessarily. No, you don't. Maybe you lift it a few centimeters or a few inches. Maybe it comes towards hip height. Maybe it doesn't. Make sure you're not going to kick anything back behind you. I think I feel a yoga bolster. And then exhale, lower your toe pads down. Big toe pad down. Inhale, maybe lift it, push out through the heel. Exhale, lower toe pads. Let's walk in towards the chair. Did anybody feel anything in their hip? You might have. There's some weight bearing that goes on in that standing hip. It's good for the bone. It's good for the bone. Always safety first. Let's do the other side. So let's transfer the weight to the right leg. And knee can be, it should be soft here. You don't want it like straight and locked back. Better for a little bend or micro bend in the knee. Then walk yourself back. I realize we got to walk ourselves back. We're going to transfer the weight towards the right leg. Knee bent, toes back, big toe back, maybe touching down on the left side, lifting leg. I'm kicking a bolster here. But so move this a little forward. You play with lifting the leg an inch or two, or maybe hip height, keeping weight in the big toe mound of the right foot. Otherwise, you're going to wobble, wobble, wobble. It's okay for a little teeny. You're going to feel little micro adjustments in your ankle, but you don't want to feel anything big like you're going to fall. Make sure you're safe. Keep the toes down. Maybe play with lifting. We're talking about play here, but safe play, right? Safe play. Are you feeling it in the standing hip? Probably. And then take a break and come on in. Our hips need that weight there, and that's why walking is one of the best things you can do. It's so important. Let's take our feet, bring them parallel, hold the side, or take your chair to the side and bring your feet wider. Bring your feet wider. Now, we were pulling our inner ankles in towards each other. Now let's push them outward. You can barely see this motion. The feet are wide. Push the heels away from each other, and as you do, you'll feel the muscles activate on your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. You might feel some toning in your hip, and that's wonderful. Then we're going to soften the knees and lean forward, sitting bones back. Now you can have one hand on the chair or hands on your thighs or your hips. Whatever is best for you. Keep lengthening the spine forward. Draw the shoulders on the back. Now push down through your feet. Pull your ankles wide. They're going outwards, out to the right and out to the left. It's an isometric. As you rise up, you're pushing down and outward. Take a breath in and a breath out, and slowly walk your feet towards each other. Notice how your body's feeling. Might feel that the heart rate is going up a little bit. Let's do some breath of joy. Breath of joy. We haven't done that in a little bit. This certainly can be done seated if you need a little break. So we stand tall. We're going to inhale and take our arms forward. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, they go forward, and exhale, we go high. So knees bend, arms back. Always can keep one hand on this chair. Let's try that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, and ha. That's it. You guys are awesome at this. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, swing them up, and exhale, ha. Really loud. People in your house are going to say, what is she or he doing? Lift the arms up. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, arms rise, and exhale, knees and arms flow back. Breathe in. Breathe in and breathe out, and bring your hands to your heart. Turning towards the chair for some lunging and hip opening. It's like we're going to do a little flow. So it's going to start like this. Hands on the chair, feet parallel at first. Step the left leg back, bending the front knee over the heel. Your heel can be up or down, what's best for your balance. Then we're going to place the heel down and straighten the front leg. So let me show that again. Bend the knee, heel is up or down. This may give you a stretch in the front of your thigh. As you pivot the heel down, you're going to feel a stretch in probably the calf of the back leg, and maybe start to straighten the front leg. Is it going to straighten all the way? Not necessarily. Absolutely not necessarily. Let's bend the front knee, take the heel up. This time, maybe bend the back knee a little bit. You don't need to touch it down. Then lengthen it. Put the heel down, back heel down, and lengthen the front leg. Where are we feeling this? Probably right here. You're probably feeling it lots of places. As long as you feel safe, it's all good. Let's bend the front knee. Heel is up or down. Bend the back knee. That's it. Bend the back knee. Heel is up. Then we pivot the heel down in the back foot and straighten the front leg. Bend the front knee. Now we're going to lift the heel and we're going to get ready to step the left foot to meet the right. Rise on up. Rise on up. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Other side. So this is a little bit of a flow. Hands are on the chair. Right leg goes back. Heel can be up or down for this. You can kind of feel what's best for you just to kind of get into that motion. Then we press the heel down and straighten the front leg. You can keep the heel up here. If that's best for you, then do that. It's really okay as long as you feel safe and nothing's painful. So bend the front knee, then pivot the heel down, push the front foot down as you start to straighten the front leg. Does it have to straighten all the way? No, not at all. Then we're going to flow and bend the front knee, lift the heel, bend the back knee, push the left hip back, straighten the front leg and the back leg, heel up or down. How does that feel? Breathe in, breathe out. Soften the front knee. We're in our lunge. Our spine is long. Our ribs are back. Bend the front knee. How does that feel? Place the heel down and stretch the front leg long. One more time. Bending the front knee. Heel is up. Push the heel back or press it down. Ooh, that's a good calf stretch. Lifting heel, bending back knee, straightening both legs. Bend the front knee, step the back foot to meet the front, and rise on up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Play with more balance, more and more balance. So bring the chair in front of you and your hands can go onto the chair. We'll start with tree pose. So stand on your right leg and bring your left foot to the ankle or the knee. Lift up and out of the waist. Breathe in and breathe out. And maybe you lift One hand, it could be up here, overhead. It could be at hip, it could be at heart. And maybe you lift the other. It could be fingertips together into hakini mudra, where you're pressing fingertips in towards each other. Find a spot to stare at and make sure you're breathing. And at any point, release, take a break, and begin again. Breathing in and breathing out. Yes, you can play with your arms up overhead. You can play with even your arm, one arm out to the side or both arms out to the side. Notice how that feels different. You're pushing your foot into your ankle and your ankle into your foot. We just did some ankle strengthening, so that's really good stuff for it. Let's place the foot down and circle the hips around before we do the other side. Bring your feet towards each other in mountain pose. Feet are parallel. Transfer weight to left foot. Bring right foot to ankle, inner shin. Some of you might lift it up to the shin. There may be one of you who brings it up to the inner thigh. But that's the important part, is that you're pushing the standing leg into the other foot. The other important part is it's an asymmetrical. You're playing with your balance no matter what you're doing. You might just have toe tips down on the earth. You're still playing with balance because one side is different than the other. Find a spot to stare at. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe taking one arm out to the side. Maybe switching and doing the other. Maybe bringing fingertips towards each other. This is one of my favorite ones. Pushing ankle into heel and heel into ankle. Feel your hips down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's lower the foot down. Take a little break. Maybe sway right and left. Lifting one leg and then the other. Just kind of playing here. This is also balancing, right? Because the legs, I'm just moving the chair, you can stare at that. It's asymmetrical. And whenever we do that, I mean, really, truthfully, standing is a balance pose. So lifting and bending the opposite knee. I'm just playing here. And then maybe you lift. We can go with the opposite arm and the leg out to the side. Toes are down. Maybe the hand is on the chair. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you take both arms out to the side, because it's always maybes, because it's your body. Maybe you hold onto the chair, you soften the right knee, and you lift the left leg out to the side, push the heel away. That's really getting into some weight bearing. And put the toes down and switch it up. You don't have to do what I'm doing moving chair, but better for your viewing. So we're going to soften now and do the other side. So toes down, maybe one or both hands up. Yep, breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe holding on to chair, soft knee, lifting outer leg up, and feeling a toning in your leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stand tall. Stand tall like there's a string on top of your head, lifting you tall. And then place the foot down. And sway back right and left. And left and right. Now just holding, standing in mountain pose. Look forward. Then look towards the right. Notice how your balance is when you look to the right and your chin moves towards your right shoulder. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, take your chin over the left shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, heads back to center. Let's look over the right shoulder again. Maybe close your eyes. And as you breathe in and out and your eyes are closed, notice any swaying. Notice how it feels for the eyes to be closed. I hear a pitter patter of Oscar at the door. Oscar, I'm busy teaching at the moment. And then turn your head over your left shoulder. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. And notice how your balance feels with your eyes closed. But you're holding onto a chair, and if you want, you can remove your arms from the chair, maybe one or both, and you'll feel a little bit of a sway. Then bring the head back to center. And just notice how you feel when we practice that. It's kind of quieting for the nervous system, isn't it? Okay, let's take the seat of the chair in front of us, and we will go right and left. He gave up, and he's playing out there. It's pretty funny, actually. He looks like he's doing happy baby on his back. So take your feet wide. Let's turn the toes out. Heels are in, toes are out. And then we're gonna bend knee over ankle and heel and switch it up. Bending knee over ankle and heel and switch it up. Breathe in and breathe out. Ankles over heel, maybe pushing the opposite heel down and the toes rise. So our feet are as wide as you're comfortable, and you're swaying, bending one knee and then the other. A few times going side to side. If you'd like, you can come down onto your forearms as you do this. It may get a little bit more intense. Notice how it feels. I don't think you can see my head at the moment. We're swaying right and we're swaying left. Then come back to center. Now we're in goddess and rise on up. Knees are over heels and ankles. Hips are toning. Oh yeah, we're in goddess. Maybe we lift one arm. Maybe we lift the other. Oops. Yes. Oh God, you guys are so amazing. So amazing. I can't believe it. Bring your fingertips down. Straighten your legs. Take a little break. You guys are so amazing. I think we should do it again. Come into your goddess or horsey pose. Sitting bones are back and then down. Back and then down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you take one arm up. Maybe you take both. And then gently pull the elbows down. Feel your shoulder blades on your back. Pull the ribs back. Maybe lift one arm a little bit and then the other. And then a little bit more on one side and the other. And reach them up. Maybe interlace fingers and push palms up as your sitting bones move down. Yes! You guys are awesome. Take your hands to the side, to the seat of the chair. Rise up. Bring your feet together. I get so excited when I can see you guys. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's do the cooling breath. So slurp in through your tongue tube or tongue to the roof of the mouth. Close the lips. Exhale out through the nose. I don't know about you, but I get cold doing this. We'll do it a few more times just in case you need to cool off. Curl the tongue or tongue to the roof of the mouth. Close lips. Exhale out through nose. Yes, do it again. Slurp in. Close the lips. They're just closing gently. Exhale out through the nose. Let's take this movement into a little bit of a twist now. Hands on the seat of the chair. Walk it wide. Then you can have your toes forward for this one or outward, whichever you so desire. Bring your right hand to the seat of the chair. You might even claw it with your fingertips or hold on to the side of the chair and take your left arm out. Bend your left knee. Then bring the hand down and let's bend the right knee and bring the right arm out to the side. That's it. And switch it up. And switch it up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now we're going to switch it up and do opposite arm bending. Opposite arm out to the side and knee bending. So right knee bends, left arm is out to the side. Switch it up. Then the left knee and the right arm is out to the side. Let's alternate that. And one more time. Return to center. Walk your feet back in towards each other. You guys are so awesome. And let's do a forward fold. You can have your back to the wall, hold on to the chair, something that helps you be nice and steady and safe. We lift tall, our feet are parallel. Soften the knees, lengthen the spine forward. Maybe let one or both hands come to your thighs, towards your shin. If you have a block, you might use the block. Release the head and the jaw. And just be right here. Wherever your hands are is wonderful for the moment. Relax the jaw, maybe sway the head side to side. Feels so nice on the neck. It's some nice traction. I'm feeling a nice release in the back of the neck. Then walk your hands back up if they were down to your thighs and your hips. Roll your shoulders up and back. Push down. Rise up. Arms up overhead. Gaze at fingertips. Hands at the heart. Let's do that again. A nice forward fold. You can always bend your knees to protect your back. Always hold on to something or have your hips against the wall. It's a really nice option. Here we go. Let's soften the knees. Lean forward, sitting bones back. Hands to thighs or chair. Release downward. Release head. Let it sway side to side. Come back to center. Hands on top of the thighs, roll the shoulders up and back. Push down through your feet. Press down and rise up. Arms out to the side, up towards the sky. Hands at the heart. Side bending, holding on to the chair. With one side, I got my right hand on the chair, left arm comes up. Let's take a side bend towards the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if it feels safe for you, maybe you lift the other arm up. Maybe you take the hand to your opposite wrist. So I've got I'm bending to the right. I've got the right hand to the left wrist. We're getting some good traction. Rise on up, hands to the heart. Feel your shoulder blades on the back. Feel how your body has been moving and all the energy that's running through it. Let's do the other side, holding on to the chair with the other side or not. Lifting the right arm, we're going to go towards the left. That's it. You can use your other hand to help. Maybe the bottom arm, the left arm takes the right wrist and you lengthen the arm over the ear. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel that nice lengthening on the side of your body. And then lift up and hands are at your heart. That was beautiful. Let's have a seat. Do a final twist. Ask your body, how does my body feel now? What does my body need? Maybe it needs a drink. You want to stay hydrated. Maybe you need a cooling breath. We're going to do our last twist. We're going to take our knees towards the right and take our hands to the back of the chair and slowly take your twist. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And then release. Feel the release of the twist. Walk your feet to the other side. I love holding on to the back of the chair. It's kind of it's all these twists, they're getting at the same thing. We're twisting our abdominal organs, the spine, but it feels a little bit different when we change the body position. So holding on to the back of the chair, spine's tall, pull the belly in as you twist. Breathe in and out a few times. Relaxing jaw. You might soften your gaze or even close your eyes. And then we'll return to neutral as we unravel and walk our feet back forward. Hi, Oscar. Now you can come in because we're going to relax. Let's return to a nice natural breath. You coming in, Oscar? Come on in if you want to relax with us. And close your eyes. Maybe put your feet up on another chair. Relax your hands in your lap. We soften. And we breathe through the nose, in and out. With each breath, we soften a little bit more. Figures Oscar would come in for Shavasana. Feel the stillness in your body as you breathe. Feel the belly expand and soften back down. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing shoulders and tongue and jaw. Head just balancing over the shoulders, ears over the shoulders. Let each breath become softer and softer. Relaxing the legs and the feet and the belly and the hips. Whole body's relaxing. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the sensation of life running through you. Feel how perfect you are just as you are. Imagine an inner smile that runs across your chest and lifts your lips. Let's bring our palms together in front of our heart as we bow in. With gratitude for our practice together, with gratitude for the internet working, even though it blipped in and out, for the gifts of this practice, the gifts of our mind, our body, our breath. We say namaste, everyone.